I don't take on commissions. I don't do album covers. But when you sent your brief, I had to do it.
We actually came up with the concept back in 2016. I don't even think we were fully done the.
We were still doing the second record.
Yeah, we were still in Malediction, and we were already coming up with ideas for this album. The concept ignited essentially after I read The Scarlet Gospels by Clive Barker. He describes the world which Pinhead or Hellraiser and all those other demons, if you will, come from, and his descriptions ignited the chain reaction for what spawned the concept. Trailing off of Malediction, where in Malediction we explored the idea that Lucifer wasn't actually the primary source of evil, right? He wasn't like the originator. In fact, he was an angel who was possessed by a far greater evil. And we explored that, and you know, the original demon for that, and his name was Savael. So what we did in this album is we thought about, okay, well, what if Savael wasn't actually an evil entity? Like, what if he was just like a droid? What if he was just like a mere pawn in a whole hierarchy of intergalactic, you know, demonoids, if you will? And then that's kind of like where the idea came from, right? Everything we've done is actually a dive deeper into the previous release, whether it's musically or lyrically, but in this case, you know, conceptually, definitely. And the first person that came to mind for us was Paul Gerrard. Now, Paul Gerrard had done the Machine Head cover, right? He had done a few other covers, but he's a movie concept designer, and like, you know, he had done like art concepts for Hellboy, you know, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And most importantly, he was responsible for the art concept and the deployment of this Hellraiser reboot called Hellraiser Origins, which was which like a trailer pitch to get this made into a full-length movie, which unfortunately never happened. But Paul Gerrard was always in our crosshairs because, you know, this album was highly like influenced by Hellraiser and Clive Barker's world, and Gerrard was like at the center of like this new wave of Clive Barker.
Oh, yeah, well, and what's the concept art, right, that he created for that movie?
Fucking amazing.
It's unbelievable. I mean, the level of detail.
Amazing. And when you dive into Paul's work, all of his stuff, like creating characters and concepts and everything, is out of this fucking world.
I quit doing concept art altogether, and I was starting to direct films. But there was a kind of like a month period before actually starting shooting. So I needed to relax somehow, and the best way to relax is stick some metal on and do some dark art.
So we quickly fucking got together and we're like, okay, let's make the concept even crazier, because this guy can definitely fucking do it.
Absolutely.
But I think the thing that we were worried about the most was that he would get the concept and, just like other artists would say, too much going on.
Yeah, the best brief is like when you read something, you think, how the hell can I do that? You know, and how can you do it in like, you know, 3-4 weeks? It's like, you know, you got an exploding planet and millions and millions of people. I was just thinking, how? But then that's the best type of artwork to do. You know, if it's difficult, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it was. And then once he started, he sent us the first sketch, which was amazing what he did. He took all of the elements that we wanted, even parts of our album covers.
I don't take on commissions. I don't do album covers. But when you sent your brief, I had to do it.
He was already putting in some extreme level of detail in some of the background.
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing is, I look at stuff and I don't remember doing it. I don't remember doing the detail. It's like, you know, you can lose yourself so much in creating detailed pieces, you can forget that you've done them. So, you know, I go back and think, I just do not remember doing those. Like something like a demon. You know, how many demons have been designed over the years, but you still want to make your own little stamp on it.
He had the central demon, which was like a whole fucking crazy creation.
Unreal design.
Like the idea that we gave him for that was so obscure.
I mean, he had already had like 95% of it was already nailed. And I mean, we added a few other elements, and no matter where you looked on that page, it was just unbelievable.
It goes back to Geiger, being inspired by Geiger as a kid. I wanted to draw something so detailed that you could zoom into the eye and see the reflection of something else in the eye.
Yeah.
But I like epic images.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what else it goes back to. I don't even if you remember Somewhere in Time album, Iron Maiden, going back to like as a kid, things like that, or Derek Riggs would paint the album cover and you just spot little things that you never, all the time, little symbols and all kinds.
This demon were like, okay, the one thing we'd like to see incorporated is our symbol, right? That we've been using, for ever since Malediction. And we said, yeah, it would be cool if the demon would be holding a scepter that was shaped as our symbol.
Flawlessly done. I mean, integrated so well with such a degree of detail, and it was almost instantaneous. And I still to this day have no concept of how he did it.
Yeah. Most people have gone to 3D these days, and I haven't. And I've stuck to my guns. I think that's what helps, because you're twisting 2D photorealistic elements really quick, as opposed to spending days of modeling. I can't get away from dark artwork. I've tried, doing light fantasy stuff, but they all look evil as fuck no matter what I do. So I'm just going to stick to doing what I like.
And everything that he did and everything that we added into it, there was nothing that was off limits. And I think that was the first time for us that we've encountered that, and that we were truly in sync with an artist. And he nailed every part of the concept, but I think more importantly, he nailed the feel and the atmosphere and the energy that we really wanted to, that sometimes it's hard to kind of like transmit it through an art piece. And he really captured that. He captured the essence of what we were trying to do. Out of all the covers you've done, which one has been your favorite to do?
It's this one, without a doubt. Yeah, because it was often when you get a brief, you're kind of pulling between what you want to do and what the client wants to do. But on this one, I think we were so in sync with everything. It was just a breeze. It was just so enjoyable to do.